Hello, my audience. Greetings. I'm reviewing Howard the Duck movies, directed by George Lucas. I give it 10 points out of 10. It's visually stunning. Brilliant imagination for a kid's film. Even if, because it's rated G or rated PG for kids, get it? So, it's marketed to kids like Conan the sequel, Barbarian. You know how Conan 1 was marketed to adults? That's why it's PG. That's why it's not PG. It's rated R. The first one, well, the sequel is rated PG for kids. That's why Conan often has to get looking like a buffoon a lot at the end and get his ass handed to him. But they couldn't show real, as gruesome fatalities from Conan being a badass like the first one. The violence are more cute because you can't get away with that much in a PG movie. The violence could be an average movie like Conan character. So, this movie, Howard the Duck, is better than Conan's 2 The Destroyer title as. Conan the Destroyer. That's Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger's second Conan outing. I like this movie more than Conan the Destroyer, or Terminator 2 Judgment Day, or Rise of the Machines Terminator 3. I like this more than that movie with Schwarzenegger called Jingle All the Way. This movie's a lot more funnier than that movie to me. And has greater amounts of imagination brought to the big screen with its puppeteering and practical effects and CGI a little bit of. Here and there. It was the 90s, so you couldn't go for all CGI like you could in 2000 now these days. People just wouldn't accept it. Fools. Fools. They are. They didn't know that all CGI movies the future of the way our films going in the future and be made. I love Howard the Duck. I love the guy who plays. I love a man in the Howard the Duck costume. I like that they got a guy to play Howard the Duck and wear a guy in the costume and play Howard. And I like how the puppeteer mask it works. And I love how the voice of Howard sounds like Howard. I like how he's like, since he's a bit of an alcoholic and a heavy smoker, like comic book Howard by Marvel Comics. And a bit of a troublemaker like Marvel Comics. When he was in Duck World and gets turned into teleport ripped out of Duck World into the human world instead of the Marvel lore comics. You see, Howard the Duck is a loose adaptation of Marvel character because it doesn't follow the same world logic as the comics. You see, he comes from Duck World in the comics and the movie, but goes to the Marvel Universe after getting ripped out of Duck World and goes into Marvel Universe, which is the Earth of Marvel Universe from the comics. But in here, the movie, there are no Marvel characters, so he's it's mostly supposed to represent the 90s, world of the 90s, for that time period. Making this a time capsule cinematic magic of his time. And a loose adaptation like the Mila Jovovich Resident Evil flicks. But it has some brilliant about it. This movie is quite the masterpiece. It's genius. And funny. Like Home Alone, more than Home Alone movie trilogy. The first 3. I loved. I love the part where like the girl says that Howard is her boyfriend to the angry mom. The angry mom reacts to her and say, "That's disgusting," and then tries to continue to kill Howard. That was funny. That part of the movie. I love this more than the first 2000 Avengers movie. It was so much more fun than the first 2012 reign of Marvel Cinematic Universe movie I've seen from their sacred timeline 6666. I mean, Earth 616 in that live action use is called. But I think this is a better movie than any of their movies to this day that they have made independently from their studio. I love this movie, Howard the Duck. It's brilliant! It's a genius movie. It'll draw to wish your eyes because we don't get good movies like these now these days. Quite like as good as this, visually stunning and made with real stuff actually shot on screen and real actors and a cast and crew and real practical effects that was shot on set mixed with some CGI and that weren't shot, they had in the movie. This is just visually a masterpiece. I approve this movie. I love this comic book movie, one of my favorites. 10 points out of 10. That's my review on Howard the Duck movie. Goodbye, subscribe, like this video. Grow my subscribers, grow my likes, my audience. See you in my next review on something else. Bye.